TimeRust.com proudly presents the Time Rust Brain Trust. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Time Rust Brain Trust podcast. What episode are we on, Eli?
12?
Episode 12,
Yeah.
peoples. Yeah.
Boom!
That's a solid 3 months of episodes.
That's fantastic.
That is. And what is the biggest development in that time?
Well-
Besides, us having a website.
Well, there have been
The next-
two major developments this week. First of all, we are sort of on iTunes.
Boom!
Yeah.
And by sort of, I mean, right now, if you have an Apple product, such as an iPhone, an iPod Touch, or an iPad, you can go to the podcast app, type in Time Rust in the search, and find our podcast.
Other than that,
The first 3 episodes are currently functioning on there, and it is great. You can stream
Of
them,
course
you
it's
can
great.
download them, you can subscribe to future episodes that might show up
It might show up.
sometime this weekend,
How awesome
It
possibly
sounds-
next.
It works.
sounds like iTunes is working almost as well as SimCity.
Almost as
Hey, SimCity is actually
no,
a lot of fun.
No!
And I played it
No!
the other day
No!
for like
So we're going to do the
2 or 3
introductions
hours.
now. To my left is
What
Marquise.
What it is, folks?
To his left is Steve.
How goes it?
We're a little out of order today.
We got swapped a little.
Yeah.
Well, you came in last.
Oh,
We did a flip-flop.
Yeah, and you couldn't pick the chair over his head. And
Yeah.
complaining about SimCity and
No
chair
upper body
position
strength.
is Eli.
What's up, Eli?
I wasn't complaining about SimCity. I
He's
said it was
actually pretty
fun.
pumped.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay.
I was
Anyway,
a little bit stupid.
I'm complaining about SimCity. It sucks.
It's fun.
And I'm Nathan.
The Rageaholic is Nathan.
You know what? Someone's got to do it.
Tactical
I am
roll.
sweating
Tack roll.
so much right
Boom.
now because it's hot and we can't use the air conditioner because then it goes.
Wow, the rest of us are really cool. I don't understand.
I'm fine
I
in
just
here.
took a- I just took a
You're
shower.
like
Oh.
completely
Perhaps it's
soaked.
because
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah, it's
tasty
like that's your rage coming out. Just
Yeah.
like,
It is. It's
"Urgh."
the
Tasty
evil.
beverages
Scion
help.
of hate
You
right
know,
there.
they help a lot.
I'm drinking water. I'm the only person drinking just water.
So the hate.
I
The hate
have
has increased
ice
your
water.
I
body.
also
Junior.
have water.
Ice
Oh,
water.
is that ice water?
Yeah.
It's just in a
It's not
thing?
Gatorade.
Okay,
just
I thought
okay.
that was Gatorade.
He's a poser.
Dude, yeah. I don't know how your kidneys are still alive. I've seen the stuff you drink, Steve.
Yeah,
I don't
Steve-
know.
That's breakfast soda, by the way.
I actually drink.
He's drinking breakfast soda.
Does it taste like eggs?
No, I drink like 2 liters of water at work during the day.
Well, that's good.
Well, you have to
that
because
cleans
you're
all that
in
up.
the
Because
all
it's
day.
80 degrees outside and the humidity's cranked up and I'm dying. So,
Welcome to the MOV.
how's
No,
it going?
we've all
Drink
been
water
here.
or die.
So, let's see. We'll get into the fun part right now with Marquise. What are you doing?
Knocking stuff over.
I'm knocking stuff over.
Blowing it up.
Body rocking,
So,
knocking boots all night long.
This anyway. This week I've watched Continuum. I started.
That is a good show.
I am on episode 3 right now. This show is amazing. I was very hesitant when I saw it on my Netflix queue. I was like, oh, but then I watched it. I was like, amazing.
Well, then you look at it and you go, it's a sci-fi
It's
show.
a sci-fi show.
Well, you know what? I can't say that because I love Eureka. I love Warehouse 13.
That's
I was a
true.
big Stargate fan, so I know sci-fi shows have great potential, but it just
But it's not actually from sci-fi, though.
it's
that.
from the Canadians.
Yeah, it's that show.
Almost all of sci-fi shows are outsourced to Canada right now.
I love Canada. Canada makes good TV.
They brought us Amanda Tapping, so yes, I love Canada.
She is awesome.
And she's pretty.
What else
And
you been into, man?
she's pretty. Yeah. Yeah.
Amanda having a.
What else have I been into?
Shut your face.
We did Time Rust Tuesday. Gears of War Judgment. Go watch the review and see how I feel about that game.
Well, not the review, just the
Just
the Time Rust Tuesday.
The Time Rust Tuesday.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
videos.
We don't
up
have
on,
a review yet.
The videos up on.
Nate's working on that, but
Well, I want to do some more multiplayer. But anyways, go ahead.
yeah, that it was fun to a degree. But so what else? I've been reading comic books. Yay! Marquise has been reading
You
comic
reading
books.
comic
Oh,
books?
good job.
What a novel
I read
concept.
I read New Guardians 19, which is some good stuff. The whole White Lantern deal with Kyle and Sinestro wanting a White Lantern ring, and
That's because
then
he wanted-
Simon Baggs getting a White Lantern
What
ring.
fuels
for
the White
Quickman.
Lantern? Ice cream?
No, the White Lantern is the power of life. It is the combination of all 7 elements.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is the thing that existed before everything else.
I see.
So yeah, so that was pretty dope. I read Green Lantern 19, which Koa got blown up because the White Lantern's just mean.
The
and
first Lantern's a jerk, and he was
and
like,
he just,
Sinestro,
hey
let's blow up
Sinestro,
the
guess
planet."
what? Here's your planet. Boosh.
I hope that concludes soon. It's getting a little ridiculous.
I read Core 19. Mogo is hardcore.
It's a giant talking planet.
He's a giant talking planet, and that just literally he just rules.
Once he was brought back, he has been made much cooler.
Yeah, he's way more powerful too. I've read Age of Ultron 6 and 7. Spoiler alert: stuff goes down.
It's not really a spoiler.
I know.
Stuff happens.
Stuff happens. I read a little bit of Superior Spider-Man 19. I got frustrated. Not gonna lie, Dan Slott's not on
Just
my
like everyone else.
Dan Slott's not on my happy list right now. Spoiler alert: Peter's dead. I mean, for good this time.
Again?
No.
Oh, he'll be
no,
back somehow.
no
Come
memory
on.
fragment. Yeah, he'll be back eventually.
All they gotta do is be like, "What's up, Mephistopheles?"
Yeah. But what else? Have
One
we been
more
doing?
day, times 2.
I've read Avengers number 10, which is just tying into the Avengers world story a little more. This time, the Avengers go to Canada to help Omega Flight with a situation.
They still alive?
Well, they've got a different branch of Omega Flight now. They've
Everyone's
got,
like,
different-
"Omega
different
Flight?
people.
Who's that?"
But they,
Why
but
does Canada need superheroes? They're attached to the U.S.
yeah, they gave it. Yeah, see why Wolverine left.
They
But,
can share.
But yeah, so they had to go and fight off something from the. If you've been reading Avengers 1 through 10, which I highly suggest you go read by Jonathan Hickman, they've been dealing with this. The next stage of evolution apparently. This thing comes from Mars and they're shooting stuff. They're trying to advance humanity faster than it needs to go. So the Avengers get together and they get a whole new big team with Hyperion and Captain Universe and Smasher and the Imperial Guard. I mean, it's awesome. They've got this Avengers team.
So there's some heavy players.
Yeah, I mean, with Hulk, Thor, Hyperion, Smasher, Captain Universe, that's that's darn near a power team right there. Then you got Iron Man, Cap, Spider-Woman, Captain Marvel. I mean, yeah, Sunspot, all those guys. So
Oh, Sunspot's in the Avengers now.
yeah.
They're mixing mutants and
I like that.
Others.
That's cool. That's cool.
So yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I haven't played much games lately besides. Oh, I started Mass Effect 3 again. This time I'm playing as a Sentinel.
Dude, Sentinel's way to go, bro.
Yeah, you know what? I am liking the Sentinel.
You can handle. You could literally play through the whole game by yourself because you can handle everything.
Yeah, I'm
You can
pretty-
play through the whole game by yourself as any class because it's easy.
I don't know, like the super hit mega hard mode. You have to being a Sentinel is one of the only ways to beat it.
Yeah, so that's awesome, and that's what I've been doing.
all right.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of stuff.
Steve, what you been doing?
Let's see. I started watching Hemlock Grove on the Netflix, and that show is messed up and
Yeah.
awesome. I should have been watching it with the girlfriend. Should have it finished up in a little bit, so I can start writing my review on that. Let's see. Started an account with the new Neverwinter Nights game.
What's it called?
Neverwinter.
Oh, just Neverwinter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just Neverwinter. It's by
The Neverwinter is the
yeah.
reboot.
It's the Perfect World people.
That's
It looks nice.
It's pretty.
It has nice
It's
graphics.
got a pretty good combat system, and here in the next day or two, Eli, if you're playing, I'll shoot you an invite.
Yeah.
It's got a really good party system. The only thing I don't like is the limited character class selection. Other than that, the character creation process is quite good. If you like Dungeons and Dragons and you like MMOs, then you should check this game out. I mean, it's a free-to-play game with a lot of microtransaction crap.
But it doesn't seem like it's pay to win, though.
It's not. It's not pay to win, because a lot of the stuff you get for being like a founder, or you pay a lot of money, like you can easily outdo those rewards through in-game accomplishments if you're actually willing to put in some time. So you can,
which is the way to do it.
yeah. So it's not a pay to win. It can be that way, sort of, but not all the time. Aside
Pay
from
to
that,
get there quicker.
yeah. They brought out a new champion in League of Legends. Checked her out. Got a new skin for Volibear.
I knew you would look at it. I knew it.
She's
It
cool.
was like, new League of Legends champion. Yes, he's on it. Yeah.
I watched like 10 minutes of a match, and I was like,
She's just
League of Legends.
a mid-topic
Oh.
you
You still watch 10
AP
minutes.
champion.
I know, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'll watch anything for 10
let's
minutes.
see. Aside from that,
Not anything.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're keeping it clean, so yeah.
I started doing I started pouring more effort back into my art, and I'm trying to make that legit once we get things up and running with the superhero game, which I want to pitch this one out since I do normally I'm supposed to be doing stuff for tabletop gaming. There's a website called Obsidian Portal, where basically you can throw up you start an account as a GM, and it's like $4.99 a month, but it's all inclusive game hosting. You can put up as a GM, you can put up your characters, your plot, your story synapses. You can have your players join in, and they can put their characters up, and they can send you secret messages, and you can it's just an all-inclusive gaming interface. It doesn't have any software to it, but it's a place to put your games, and people can look at your stuff and leave comments. You can join. There's a community where you can join other games. I've got a couple games going on right now where the Requiem game I play on is up there. Justin and I just started one for the superhero game that I'm building, where Justin will be my co-GM. And once it's finished, when we all find time to play together, we can get that. But I heavily suggest, if you really enjoy tabletop gaming, because one of the major problems is organization and finding out where I put my notebook or where I put this character sheet.
That's really cool.
Yeah, you can put it all up on Obsidian Portal, and it's there forever. You can have a free account as a user, like a normal player, but GMs have to pay, but they get a huge amount of resources. So if you like gaming, you like tabletopping, and you want to keep things organized so that you have organization and the ability for your players to interact with you, check it out. I highly suggest it. It's a really small fee. I think it's $4.99 a month if you're a GM. And you can actually, by doing certain things and having subscribers and stuff, you get achievements, and people can see which achievements you've earned and things like that. It's pretty cool. So, I mean, other than that, I've been writing stuff up. I've been drawing a lot more. Hopefully when this superhero game gets off the ground in the next few months, I can start channeling that into a comic we can put up on the website. Because what I've been wanting to do lately is, instead of, I've always wanted to go to a con instead of an artist alley, and I think that's something I'm wanting to work towards. So I'm putting more effort into it.
We are going to River City Con in late July? Yeah.
It's July 28th. It's a Sunday. That'll be from 10 to 5. And
I'll have to talk
we'll be
to my
doing
scene.
stuff there. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's one thing I've wanted to do for a while, so that's what I've been doing.
Okay.
Excellent.
Of course.
Eli, what have you been doing?
I've been playing video games.
I am shocked.
Really?
And
Video
appalled.
games.
A
Yeah.
gasp!
Yeah.
You gaming?
I've been playing
No.
video games.
What you been playing?
Borderlands 2.
It's a good game.
lot.
How far did you get?
Not very. The game is at the point that I'm at without somebody coming in and handing me some kind of crazy weapon that's actually my level. I'm just killing things hoping that I get a weapon that's my level.
What level are you?
39.
I might got something for you.
Alright, see, I'm at this point where I can't kill things, I'm just dying constantly, and it's really, really frustrating. I'm just trying to mainline the story so that I can get to the level cap and, then go back through and do side quests for good guns. But it's just getting really annoying to me right now, because I'm obviously on the second playthrough, and it's, the enemies are sometimes 2 levels higher than me, and I'm just getting demolished over and over again. my money just keeps fluctuating up and down rapidly and, like, drastically, and it just gets frustrating. I just wish, like, I could have a nice weapon that works. I did get a sniper rifle that was kind of good. That was a huge upgrade, so, like, I am doing a little bit better damage, but not what I need to be.
Here's a tip. Go to Moxie and just pay her money.
She gives you stuff. Yeah,
she gives
and
you
I always go and look for Mike Mommeril whenever I'm in Sanctuary. Like, I go and try and find that dude. But, like, right now I can't go to Sanctuary because it just teleported out of the place, and, like, I've got to go through all that big long stuff,
so
and I've got to kill the Thresher, and all this stupid crap just to get back to Sanctuary, so I can't even go find a cool weapon, like, in Sanctuary right now.
Yeah, so we'll get online one day, and I'll give you some good... I've got some good level 39 stuff and whatever, and 40 stuff.
Yeah, I definitely need, like, maybe 1 or 2 handouts to get back into that game, seriously, but, I've been having a lot of fun with that. I played a little bit, like I said at the beginning, I played a little bit of SimCity the other day. The game is fun. You build cities.
No more heartburn?
Yeah, still a little bit sore from that, but, it's fun. And the music's good.
Because we all know how, what was that?
It's just over there puking a little bit.
Clenched up there, little buddy.
I think I had a hernia.
You lifted too much SimCity?
Lifted too much hate.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lifted up too much
There's
hate.
too much
I have
hate.
the world's hate on my shoulders, and it's a little much. So.
And a herniated disc or two.
Yeah, that's good. I've been playing a lot of Injustice off and on a little bit still.
Need to get that game.
And
it's 35 right now.
Well, it was. It's
Is it
not anymore.
Oh, okay. I thought that was all week.
It is, but we're out. Like, Toys R Us ran out.
Like, well, he could probably order online.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
You never know.
It's 35.
It's 35 at Toys R Us.
Man, I should have waited to get it to a Toys R Us.
Man.
I paid 60 for that.
Yeah. I did too.
It's not crap. You should.
But I
No, you know what I mean. It's just...
I paid 60, but I had it day one and enjoyed it a lot.
See, you've had it for weeks.
Yeah, I've had it for
Yeah.
weeks, so I mean...
Like,
someone that buys it now, you're gonna school them online.
Yeah. Well, probably.
Yeah, with
maybe.
Deathstroke, yes.
Might not.
Yes.
It depends on who the player is. I mean, if it's like a Mortal Kombat player that just now picked it up, they're probably going to demolish.
Yeah.
Well,
if it's some person who's in the corner shooting beams all day.
Yeah.
I'm Superman. I'm going to shoot
I'm
lasers
Superman. I'm going to fly in there and shoot lasers
Super,
out of
super
my
fly.
eyeballs. But
Super
yeah,
fly.
that's still a good game.
I
Played... I've been playing some more LA Noire. Played a little bit more of that. And I also got back into... Yeah, don't go to sleep on that. That game's good. It's a good game.
Gonna get the pillows out now.
But I also, just continuing to plow through my Steam list, checking stuff out that I might not have played in a while.
Easy. You plow through your Steam list, and then it gets longer.
Yeah,
You're like,
I
man.
almost bought. They had the Grand Theft Auto Complete Collection on sale for $12.49. It was literally every Grand Theft Auto game.
But you own those all, don't you?
I do. But not all in one place.
Not
all in one.
Here's the thing. He's like,
See?
man, I love this game. Like you dust off that Steam game, and you're like,
Yeah.
man, this newer title's just like it. Boop. I really like Diablo.
Yeah.
I'll pick up one of those Diablo clones.
Yeah. Like
My friend did that. He bounced around in the years waiting between Diablo 2 and 3 and bought like 7 or 8 Diablo clones.
I have so
But
many
Torchlight
Diablo
2
clones.
is good though.
Torchlight 2 is amazing.
We should all
Torchlight
actually
2,
be playing that.
Torchlight 2, I think, actually might be better than Diablo 3.
That's not hard.
Question, what is Torchlight 2?
It's the sequel to Torchlight 1.
What is Torchlight 1?
What is Torchlight?
Torchlight is an exceptional, like, top-down, like, beat-em-up smasher, kind of like Diablo.
Action RPG.
It's an action RPG with characters and levels and a heavy mod community.
It's on Steam. It's on
It's
Xbox
on Xbox
Live.
Live Arcade.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Torchlight is...
it's one player. Torchlight 2 is not.
Torchlight 2 is
what
multiplayer.
the company is leaning towards is a Torchlight MMO. I read
Which
that a long
would
time ago.
be cool.
That would be
but
super
only
good.
if they go free to play. That would be the only way I'd be interested in
It
it.
has to be free to play. It has to have microtransactions because
Yeah.
that game demands microtransactions.
Yeah.
Well, with
I would not pay a monthly fee to play a Torchlight MMO.
with such a
I
heavy
would gladly
involvement
play
of the
free to
mod
play.
community. I mean, like, there's websites.
Yeah, it would
upon
be
websites.
weird. Like, it would be weird having Torchlight without mods.
But it would be weird having Torchlight without player involvement. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, that's kind of what I've been doing. I finally finished up Season 4 of Fringe, also on Netflix. So I'm ready
Finally.
for
Super
Season
good.
5 to come out next week.
It's amazing.
Hopefully it makes it to Netflix real soon.
Actually, season 5. No, I won't.
No, don't say anything about it because I haven't seen it.
So,
But Nathan,
what are you doing?
what are you doing?
Let's see. I just watched Arrow earlier today,
Good show.
and oh my goodness, episode 19, I think.
Mhm.
It's called
19?
Unfinished. I'm going to just throw some spoilers out. Basically, the bad guy, they do a flashback. They've been doing flashbacks to the island, Oliver Queen's time on the island.
Now, when you say flashback, is the Flash actually coming back?
You're fired. You're fired. We don't have time
Continue.
to pick up Nerf pellets.
Continue.
So, basically, they usually go back to the island where it's him, it's Slade,
Deathstroke.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, hanging out, and he killed his original partner, they think. Or he may have just stabbed him in the eye and he's still alive, but he's only got one eye now. I don't know. But there's, two guys wearing the mask running around this island. But Slade isn't, and he's played by one of the guys from Spartacus. I can't remember his name. He had the flat top. You know who I'm talking about, right, Eli? You watched a little Spartacus, yeah?
I
Anyways.
watched maybe half of the first episode.
Okay, well, anyways, it's got one of the guys from Spartacus. He's doing a great job. I think he's Australian. But they didn't flash back to that at all this episode. They flashed back to right before Oliver went on the boat and the boat wrecked. And basically his dad was involved in some really skeezy stuff. His mom knew about it a little bit, and she's basically carrying on the torch for the dad. But yeah, Merlin is responsible for the boat sinking
Interesting.
and killing off dozens of people, including, Laurel's sister, his dad, having him stranded on that island for 5 years. And now his master plan is he's going to, because they all hate the Glades. They're like, I hate the hood. Sucks. All these people died there. Well, it's burnt to the ground. That's funny. No, we're going to do that. So his plan is basically to raise it. It's done. And that's basically leading up to the season finale where, Oliver's got to prevent him from destroying a 24 by 24 block radius. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of radius.
That's what area, I guess.
Several miles of...
That's thousands would die. Thousands.
Mm-hmm.
So it's insane. But great episode.
And awesome at the same time.
You got to get into Arrow, guys. I'm sure it's going to be on Netflix this fall.
Like I said, as soon as it's on Netflix, I'll watch the whole thing.
Dude, you'll love it. It's amazing. Some episodes are down, some are up. Unless
it's something that I've already been watching for several years, I can't watch something on TV.
Yeah.
I don't have the attention span to start a new thing on TV and then have to say,
Project Free TV.
I gotta watch this thing.
It's amazing.
Hulu, dude. Hulu. I know
I don't
you
like
don't
Hulu
you don't
either.
like Hulu, but
Project Free TV.
they've got 5 episodes at a time. I've just been doing that. If I miss a week,
Yeah.
then I just watch it on there, and it's high def. Looks amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Been doing that. Beat Gears of War Judgment. I liked it.
And
It
what's
was
the verdict?
fun. I was gonna write up a review, but I'm gonna show you guys out of 5. So,
That's not bad.
because as a package, it's actually pretty good. If you take the campaign by itself, it's all right. You take the
How's the multiplayer?
there's 2 campaigns actually.
Disappointing.
The multiplayer isn't disappointing. It's just Gears of War multiplayer.
It's definitely disappointing.
I can't say it's disappointing because it's
Dude,
just
I
more
prefer
Gears.
Horde Mode 2.0.
Well, okay, but that's
there's
not
none
the
of that
multi.
stuff, and they dumbed down the
No, there is.
beast
There's
mode.
no. There's a survival mode, which is basically.
But they dumbed it down. It's nowhere near as in depth as it was. In
No,
3.
but this isn't supposed to be something that replaces it. That's what I want to make clear.
No, I understand that.
This
but
is
it's
just a game that you play if you want new game
It's
modes.
Gears Light.
It's just ODST or Reach or whatever. You
It's
know
an
what I mean?
independent story within the same universe.
It really is, and it's got a story that takes place before Gears 1 and a story that takes place during Gears 3, and then it's got all these little multiplayer things that are different from Gears 3. So if you say I want to try this out, we want some new modes. Well, instead of hey, we'll nickel and dime you with here's a pack with new modes, here's an extra story thing, they just made it one box. So if you look at it like that, it's not nearly as bad as oh, it's a $60 game. Yeah, but it's like
not nearly as bad as Capcom, where you have to buy a whole new copy of Dragon's Dogma to get the DLC.
But that's
Yeah.
really not that bad because
That's awful.
$40.
it's really not that bad
$40.
because
That's
it is $40 worth of content though, like that you're getting. You're getting
and
a
you're buying
lot
the
of
game
stuff.
at full price though.
Is it 40 or 60? I thought it was.
You're
It's
buying
40.
You're
Okay.
buying a brand new.
Dark
copy of
Arisen
the
is
game.
$40, but you're getting $40 worth of new stuff.
Having to buy the game again is garbage.
Well, that's like
That's
ultimate.
bad Capcom business practices all over again, and you're going to say
It
Yeah,
might not.
they are
I don't think
terrible.
that. I don't think this one was business practices. I think this one was literally just the amount of stuff that they were changing. They couldn't facilitate doing a patch, and they couldn't
They
facilitate.
probably could have. It would
They
just be
probably
a
could
really,
have.
really
Also-
massive patch.
It's deleting game saves with a newest patch.
Yep.
So
There are bugs
good
in
job.
games.
Thanks, Capcom.
Dude, that's a big bug.
Yeah, that's a big bug.
That's not.
It's-
But
that's,
that's
a
not
game.
like they're the
there.
first ones that have ever
It's
had.
like-
it.
just
yeah, I'm
saying.
just saying that.
It's like the Bethesda bug where for PS3, where once they brought out that patch that
There have been
for
bigger
Dawn Guard,
games that had that problem.
if you had a same game that was before that one, the patch, then it wouldn't
Right.
work for PS3. I lost over 100 hours of game time, and I was like, I'm done with this game.
No, Bethesda screwed over PS3 owners for sure. It's,
No, I took the game back that day. I was like, sorry. I was like, GameSpot? It's like, GameStop, I hope you resell this and give nothing to this company. Here. I was hateful.
Oh, and I'd like to say that I'm looking forward to playing Fuse because
That game looks good.
I'm probably going to pick it up for us to play as an investment because I really want to play. It's Insomniac. And
I love
Did you see the
Insomniac.
Villains trailer though?
Mhm.
That looks. I was like, oh, that looks awesome.
the more
Because-
that I see of that game, though, like the more uncertain I am of it. Like they showed some really generic-looking stuff in one of those last trailers that I saw.
The one
And
thing I've
I was
always
just like,
found is that
Eh.
no matter how scrupulous you might look at it, Insomniac will always surprise you. I mean, I've been a fan of Insomniac, Ratchet and Clank, and all those games are great, and I've loved
Eh.
Resistance since the first game. And they have
But
good
then they
writers.
disappointed with Resistance 3.
I actually
Pretty
thought
awful.
Resistance 3 was all right.
Hmm.
I played through it and I finished it and it was pretty good. It wasn't as the first one is still my favorite, but
Yeah, the first one's really good.
they always came back with fresh ideas and new twists and new takes.
All right. Before we get on to the news, we're back around to me. So it's Netflix Gem of the Week.
What you got?
I'm gonna bring out. I mentioned it to you.
Sparkle.
Iron Sky.
Not heard of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I see my
You've heard
Netflix
this.
queue.
All right. So it's the year 2016, I think.
That's only 3
Or
years.
no, 2014. It's 2014.
Next year.
Holy crap! This happens next year.
Yeah. And, well, it's
Blood
obviously.
Dragon happens in 2007.
Aw.
1997 with Terminator 2.
I still have to buy that. I haven't bought that yet. I'll get it.
We have to do a
soon,
Let's Play of Blood Dragon.
So basically,
I'll stay up for that one.
the Nazis decided, hey, how about we send some guys to the moon, colonize it, and then that'll be like our tactical base. So they go to the dark side of the moon, colonize it, and they stay up there for 70 years. All right.
Awesome.
Space Nazis.
I'm gonna put this in my Netflix queue.
Then,
Right now.
it's hokey because the president of the United States is a Sarah Palin wannabe.
Neat.
And
Excellent.
it's in 2014 in this universe is an election year, even though it's not. So,
Who wrote this?
I don't know.
Was it Germans?
I don't know. It's got
What was the name of it?
Iron
Sky.
Iron Sky.
Iron Sky.
The guy that
When they say Iron Sky, it makes me think it's the Russians.
the guy that was Yuri in Yuri's Revenge
Mm-hmm.
in the Red Alert games plays not the Fuhrer, but like a high-ranking general. And there's not really any recognizable actresses other than him, but it's crazy. They send a space probe up, just do typical routine stuff, and they have this astronaut who is of African American descent.
That's not real.
They've never up there. Most of those people have never seen a black man.
Really?
They have no idea
Oh,
what
because they're all
is.
Germans.
They're all white as can be.
That must be crazy.
They're like, what is he? So do you know what they do to him? They make him white.
Wait, what?
They make him
Holy
white.
crap.
They dye his skin. I don't think they change his nose. They try to maybe, and then they give him like long blonde hair, but it still grows like dreadlocks. So he just looks dirty and weird. And
They Michael Jacksoned him.
basically, and then they send him to Earth.
As like their envoy or something?
Well, they go with him, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna take over. There's nothing you can do about it." And then the battle starts. There's space combat. It's insane. We apparently have like our own version of the super dimensional fortress Macross, basically.
We have a giant robot?
Except it doesn't transform. But we have a battleship.
Done! Not gonna watch this.
You had me up until the fact that it
You
didn't
had me up until
transform.
no giant transforming robots.
So it's really interesting. Check it out.
We had everything. We had Sarah Palin. We had the first black astronaut.
Steve only likes
It was turned white.
That was turned white, so they were like,
Steve was all in until the giant robot not transforming. No robot? Forget this game.
giant robots.
You have to check out the part where they steal the guy's iPhone, and
is their technology like super ridiculous advanced?
no, it's really old.
It's really
And the
hokey, like 1942 stuff.
And the iPhone.
There's radio tubes.
Imagine the iPhone. This little computer is like 1 billion times faster than anything they have. So then they hook it up to stuff, and suddenly everything works magnificently. Like, okay, now we can invade the Earth. Great. So we just kind of screwed ourselves. But it's a cool film. Check it
I'll have
out.
to check it out.
It's hokey. I recommend it. I'm glad it came to Netflix. I watched it on DVD. I didn't buy it, and I wish that I could have showed more people. Let's see. Now we're going to get to news.
What you got?
Who's going first?
I tell you, we're going to do new releases, we're going to do the box office, and then we're going to hit C2E2. So,
All right.
you going to do new releases?
Yeah, I'll do
Eli?
new releases.
New releases, go!
For the week of May 5th through May the 12th,
Attack!
Mario and Donkey Kong minis on the move for the 3DS eShop.
Of course, it's a 3DS game. Ugh.
And now, Marquise, you want to hit the box office?
Are you really?
That's all I got.
You were like, that's
wow.
it.
That's it.
That was so anticlimactic.
That's the
You were
only
just,
thing that's
okay,
coming.
That was almost as anticlimactic as no transforming robots.
That's
Yeah, I
the
know.
only thing noteworthy coming out.
Well, last weekend's top 10, Pain and Gain came in at number 1. That's Michael Bay, folks, and Paramount joint.
That's The Rock, yo!
Sleeping Dogs looks good.
20.2 mil. Oblivion with Tom Cruise came in at number 2 with
That was a
17.8
good
mil.
movie.
Check out the review.
True that.
Yeah, it's a good review.
42 came out at number 3
You like
from
it?
Warner Brothers at 10.6 mil. Number 4 was The Big Wedding by Lionsgate. 7.5 mil. The Cruise came in at number 5 with 6.7 mil. G.I. Joe came in at 3.7 at number
G.I.
6.
Joe's still there? Nice.
Scary Movie 5 is still in the top 10 with 3.4 mil. They've made their cut, bro. They're making profits now.
It was terrible.
It means there's going to
So
be
I hear.
another one.
Yep.
Why? Why do you do this?
Olympus Has Fallen is number 8 with 2.8 mil.
It's a good movie.
The Place Beyond the Pines is at number 9 with 2.7 mil. And Jurassic Park 3D is
Rounds it out?
rounds it out at
Oh,
2.3 mil.
3D dinosaurs for the win.
New releases for this week, theater-wise, of course, we're going to go see it tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Iron Man 3 with RDJ and with Mrs. Coldplay.
This is cool.
Mrs. Colt.
Mrs. Coldplay.
Continue.
Okay. DVD releases. Broken City came out this week with Mark Wahlberg and Russell Crowe.
Mark.
The Guilt Trip with Seth Rogen and Barbra Streisand.
That movie
And-
was awful.
Silver Linings Playbook with Bradley Cooper and the beautiful Jennifer Lawrence.
I actually might have to buy that on Blu-ray.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna buy that on board. You should. Okay, so now to the fun stuff. C2E2 news. Yay!
It's like E3, but with less E's.
More comics.
More comics.
As in all comics versus none.
Well, this is something game related. Injustice has got a new character.
Who?
Lobo, the main man.
Yep.
It's the first DLC character available.
Got my season pass money
Sorry,
ready.
there's no Kyle Rayner just yet.
Just yet.
I heard the anger in your voice.
Yeah,
But
you should, because that would be an amazing character.
The main man. I saw the trailer, and from what I've seen, the fight of him between him and Batman, he handles a lot differently than the other characters. But it looks like he's a bit more of a smash mouth beat him up type of dude.
Oh yeah.
But
Lobo's never been one for the stealth and cunning or.
But it looks awesome.
Does he ride the giant jet motorcycle thingy?
Yes.
I might have to pick him up when I get this game.
And he used that in a special move.
I'm so excited.
So yeah. X-Men Battle of the Atom will be a 10-issue X-Men crossover starting in September. The X-Men scribes of Jason Aaron and Bendis with Brian Wood. It'll start off in Battle of the X-Men, Battle of the Atom #1 with Bendis and Frank Cho. And it will go through Uncanny X-Men number 12 and 13, All New X-Men 16 and 17, Wolverine and the X-Men 36 and 37, and X-Men number 5 and 6, and ending with the Battle of the Atom number 2. The Battle of the Atom series is about a future team of X-Men coming to the present to send the current team, the original team of X-Men who came from the past.
Yeah.
It's time travel, isn't it great?
Time travel in comic books, that's a new concept.
So the future team is trying to send the old X-Men back to prevent a catastrophe. The future X-Men are led by Kitty Pryde, which is coincidence because she's leading the new original team in the present. So she's going to fight herself, apparently.
Weird.
That's going to be weird. Let's see here.
I thought it was interesting. I saw something where Just John said that basically instead of coming out with event books like Marvel does, they're just going to have Justice League be the event book. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah.
Well, Justice League should be the center of everything in the DC universe.
Yeah.
I
Well,
agree.
you know why they would do that is because they're going to be like, there's a movie coming out.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Movie coming out.
Someday.
when
When we're all like 59,000.
we can clone dinosaurs and...
I got a quote. Well, Bendis was talking about it, and he would say X-Men is a lot about legacy and where we are going and what we were getting. So this is the perfect story to examine all that. And it is, in a weird way, the flip side of All New X-Men. Instead of the past coming to the present, it's the future coming to the present. And now certain characters are going to be faced with their past, present, and future all at once. They also say some of the characters that's going to be involved in it's going to be like there's going to be a female Zorn. There's going to be a Wolverine offspring with blue skin and red hair. An Ice Hulk or Thing, a Deadpool, as some way or form, someone that looks like Professor X, an old adult Beast.
Is it going to be kind of like Time Cop, where the people from the future or present, when they interact with themselves from the past or present, negate and just erase themselves?
No, that never happens. No, I can't say it never happens, but I don't think it's going to happen like that.
No,
also, they're going to use Molly Hayes from Runaways. She's going to be part of that team, so that's awesome because
That's cool.
they've got all the Runaway characters, and since they're not doing Runaways, they're starting to use them in separate different books.
Didn't they have some of the Runaways in Avengers?
Yeah,
Arena?
some of them are in Avengers Arena, and but they're like separated right now. So
I like the fact that Avengers Arena brought back the I can't remember her name, but it was the girl that Drax met on Earth during Annihilation.
And trained.
He trained her a little bit, but they hung out for a while. Then at the end of Annihilation, she kind of disappeared.
Yeah, and they brought her back. Yeah. She's hardcore.
Cammy, I think's her name.
Yeah, she's hardcore. Yeah, Cammy's hardcore.
That's what I heard.
But yeah, so they're gonna be. So one of the Bendis was saying that some of the people who aren't even romantically linked right now end up having children, and that's gonna be hard to walk away from. So they're going to be surprised at who hooked up with who and had babies with who.
So Wolverine.
So it's kind of lost.
Wolverine had a kid with what's her face?
Mystique.
Then yeah.
Well, they've been hitting that Wolverine and Mystique. Wolverine and Mystique have been having a thing since the way back.
Yeah,
Well,
but
there was House of M too.
they also kind of hate each other.
Yeah, but
It's a love-hate relationship.
in Wolverine's past, they were a couple.
It's true.
They've been a couple for a long time, so they have a very long history together. And House of M brought back a lot of that memory.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they can't stand each other right now, because they had all those. They have all the House of M memories, and all that. So,
Stupid Scarlet Witch.
stupid Scarlet Witch, who's back in
No, Scarlet Witch
Uncanny-
wasn't the problem. It was her brother who was the jerk.
and who's back
Yeah.
Started that.
in Uncanny Avengers. But
But she's the one that.
Can't control her reality-altering powers. Yeah.
oh, she can control them now. What are you talking about?
No, I mean
Yeah,
like for the
at that
House of
time,
M.
yeah.
Oh, House of M, she couldn't control them.
Well, that's because she made a deal with the devil. Not literally, but Doom.
But Doom.
I was about to say, I was like, what, she going for a one more day thing?
Yeah, it was No More Days, is what they called it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No? No one?
Sorry.
No.
So Zoe Saldana's been officially cast as the Gamora. I wasn't too thrilled about this, but I'm gonna trust the old Marvel because they haven't led me wrong yet.
You know who I don't like
Yes, they have.
in the cast? Well, recently.
Oh, recently I was
Yeah.
like, I was about to say, I was like, did you guys watch the original Captain America movie?
No.
Oh, we're talking about some recent times. We know the original Captain America,
1990, or we're talking like
the
the 70s?
1970s.
The
Yeah,
motorcycle
the
Yeah.
70s one was with the clear shield.
or the Punisher movie with Dolph Lundgren.
Oh,
That wasn't
bad.
nearly as bad as
It wasn't
the
really-
Captain America,
The Captain
Fantastic Four stuff.
Fantastic Four.
Actually, the new Fantastic Four movies, it wasn't as bad as those.
Oh, it was awful. Those were
So
bad.
what were you saying?
Oh, no, just Chris Pratt, being Star-Lord. I don't buy that at all. Not one bit. Because I've seen this guy in like 5 movies. I watched him on Parks and Rec. He's kind of a doofus. And there were like 10 guys they could have picked easily.
Here's the thing. I think Marvel likes taking people that are typecast and changing their persona. If you think about it, what was Chris Evans before Captain America? He wasn't Captain America material.
No, he wasn't.
Johnny Storm.
Yeah, he was. I mean,
He's played a couple good heroes. He was all like Sunshine was a great movie.
yeah, Push was a good movie.
He
Oh,
was
Push was a
in.
great movie.
Well, he's done a lot of different things. He's never been the superhero.
So
until
you gotta give him
he
a
did
chance
become a
because
superhero, and then he
It
became a
all it
superhero.
takes is a good director and enough money to make that tree grow.
Yeah, but
this a challenge Chris Pratt in as an actor, to push past being the doofus clown in all the movies he's been in, and to be more of a serious. He still has the sarcasm of Peter Quill because Peter Quill is sarcastic.
yeah,
but
that's his
Everybody
charm.
needs a chance. I mean,
Yeah,
look at
come on now. Batista's going to be Drax.
Which is going to be awesome. I'm just saying because, what was it in? Zero Dark 30? He was still a little goofy, and everyone's like, "Oh, he did a great job." You know what? It was a good film, but I think that his part felt stupid. Like they kept showing him in the trailers, and I was like, I don't want him there. Get him out of there. And then he was in Moneyball, I think, which he played just a goofy, crappy baseball player, but he wasn't goofy like comedic. He's trying to be somewhat serious and realistic, and I still kept
Didn't
saying,
believe it?
I don't buy
Just
it.
give the Marvel you a chance.
I will, just because I love Guardians of the Galaxy. That's a great
Yeah, I know.
comic.
I understand. I trust me.
So
Trust me when I say I understand where you're coming from. I am a Guardians fan now, so
I mean, I'm not going to say I'm going to shoot him or anything like that, but I might break his legs. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
What?
It's a joke.
Inflammatory.
It's a joke. We make jokes.
inflammatory even sounds offensive.
I don't even think.
if now see the Guardians will be complete if I can get Peter Dinklage as Rocket Raccoon.
Oh, well, no, they're using
Yes.
That would be
No.
awesome.
no, he's gonna be all CG, and they're using what's his face?
I would hope he's CG.
Merle from
Okay.
Walking Dead.
Then I'm good. Then I'm okay.
yeah.
That
would
will
be
be a
CG.
cool Rocket Raccoon.
If it's not a CG Rocket Raccoon, I'm not interested.
It's got to be CG so he can do like crazy like jumping and
Yeah.
climbing.
With rockets and lasers.
He's got to climb up Groot.
Star Lord.
Groot is a giant tree.
I know.
He's a
I'm
giant
well aware of
tree.
Groot is.
How awesome is that?
Hey,
It's pretty good.
Tree Beard was pretty hardcore too.
I'm Tree Beard.
He just talked really slow.
I talk like this. Okay. Anyway,
Call me Oaken Shield.
apparently, Joss Whedon was referring to Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch as he teased the brother-sister act in Avengers 2. And so far, in the first draft, it is confirmed that they are in Avengers 2.
Great.
Okay, that's awesome stuff. I am totally digging that, because one, that leaves the room open for Fox to say, hey, we want, well, at least for a room open for a Fox Marvel crossover. We get some mutants into some Avengers. We get some Avengers into some mutant stuff. You know, S.H.I.E.L.D. gets involved with some mutant stuff. Who knows? Crazy stuff.
Well, Fox and Disney teamed up, and said, hey, Warner Brothers, what you got? Then I'm sorry, I don't.
And then they can just look at Sony and be, hey, Sony, here's a bunch of money. Give us Spider-Man.
They'd have to have an army of lawyers.
Not necessarily. They give them enough money.
Also,
Then again, yes, Sony would milk that product though, but they'd be. It's kind of like with Microsoft, and they're like, "Hey, Microsoft, you like your Blu-ray players?"
I nominate Donald Glover as Miles Morales.
Yes.
I can agree with that.
That'd be awesome. I mean, he'd be an older Miles Morales, but then again, the guy playing the teenager is like 31 right now.
Yeah,
So Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Andrew
Peter,
I was on Facebook. The movie.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
Peter David is ending his near-decade run on XFactor. We were talking about this earlier before the podcast. XFactor will officially end with issue number 262. The final arc is titled The End of XFactor. Now, there are some people that say the series will be rebooted with a new number 1. And
I would not like that.
with a new creative team. I don't think they're going to do that right away. Because
They'll let the dust settle.
Yeah, Peter David, like, literally trailblazed a book for 10 years. And awesome.
So good.
Amidst all the changes that's happened in Marvel in the past 10 years, X-Factor has been a constant.
Which
it's
is...
been amazing.
Yeah, that's a rarity within a any comic book company nowadays. If I don't know, what I would do if I were them is I'd have the team go its separate ways for a while, or however it was resolved. Maybe start up a new book with some of the different beloved characters, and then after a while have them rekindle, maybe under a different name, because you can't really have something that beloved taken to that extreme then ended. And
Well, the problem is they have so much rich history.
yeah.
And once you've built something like that so well, what do? So you just kind of...
You end it.
And you let them go their separate ways, and maybe rebuild the team slightly different. Like, I like, Havoc came back for a while.
Yeah.
Not a long time, but he was back, and they're like, well, he's the leader. And then Madrox came back, and they're like, well,
He's the leader.
both the leaders now. And then, Havoc just left. And it's funny, they even made fun of him because he's wearing a weird suit. And I think Puck said that something about, like, nice Tron-looking suit there you got, buddy, or something like that. Or I don't remember.
Tron was a cool movie.
Yeah, but all these other people are dressed like, normal human beings, and he's wearing, like, this black suit with, like, neon piping on it. It's like, that's a little weird, buddy.
He's wearing the X-Men equivalent of
Which
his
is funny because the Wasp Janet made a joke about that as she's trying to help him design this new costume and make a move on him at the same time.
Oh, she's back?
Yeah, Janet's back.
No, I'm not that far.
Sorry, spoiler alert, Janet's back.
That's all coming.
The Wasp is back.
It just took a long time. I mean, she was gone in what, 2006?
Yeah, they find her in some pocket universe with Pym particles and weird stuff. But the way they explain it's cool. But yeah, she's on the Uncanny team, and she's trying to get with the Havoc. So yeah. Anyway,
Havoc is a pretty sweet guy, not gonna lie.
But yeah, I think they might break up the team with Domino and Cable running in their book. Shatterstar might just join its own X-Force team and run with them. They'll need a teleporter anyway.
I think it's silly they have 2 X-Force books.
Yeah. But you know what I'm excited about, though? The
What?
all-chick X-Men squad. Yes.
Well, what's that going to be called?
X-Men. That's the best part.
X-Men.
But.
They're-
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's Storm, Psylocke, it's Jubilee, it's Rachel Grey, it's Shadowcat.
Jubilee.
Who's I don't think she's a vampire anymore either.
She was a vampire?
Yeah.
Oh.
There was a whole vampire thing a way back.
Yeah.
It was a marketing
Sick.
thing because Twilight.
Twilight. No.
Everyone did vampire stuff.
I
So
think I just threw up a little bit.
I hate Twilight.
I never really liked Jubilee anymore.
Well, to end that, Peter David just said, XFactor's not the end. He was basically saying that he had a stroke recently, and that wasn't the reason why he ended. They've been playing this ending for quite a while, since like last December or whatever. So, and he's got a new creative project in the works with Marvel, so he's not leaving Marvel anytime soon,
He's
which is a
just done
good
with the
thing.
book. Everything.
I mean, everything.
All good things have to come to an end.
Yeah, and he wrote a couple. And again, so he's been doing some good stuff. I mean, he wrote a couple good episodes of Young Justice, because he wrote. Yeah, I know, because he wrote some of that book.
Dear David equals awesome.
Yeah.
I can't refute that.
No.
Apparently, Michael Bay said the turtles weren't going to be
Oh.
aliens, and he goes, "They weren't going to be aliens in the first
Jeez.
place. They're going to be Ninja Turtles." But of course, they got them on tape saying that
I
they
can't
were gonna be
believe the
aliens.
lies of that man.
Well, it's about the ooze again, right?
Yeah, it's about to ooze again now.
Good, because that's where it started in the first place. I bet like Eastman and Laird are like rolling over. They're just like
And money.
No, Eastman's on board. Laird isn't.
Wait. Eastman's
Yeah.
on board.
Eastman's on board.
Now
Laird
he's
isn't.
on board.
Eastman's been on board.
Yeah, one of these guys is rolling in money. The other one is
Laird is
rolling in his
not.
refrigerator box.
Yeah.
Out in the street somewhere.
Now, don't get me wrong, they still talk to each other. The co-creators, they just got, differences about how it's going down.
They're like the what was it? Walking Dead creators. There was Robert Kirkman, and then this other guy. Yeah, the other guy totally got screwed over, and he hates Kirkman. And he's suing and all this fun stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
For money.
I don't.
But he's not that bitter.
I don't know.
Yeah,
What to think
he's not-
about,
he's not
I don't
that
know what to
bitter.
think about Ninja Turtles.
I still have no idea.
Apparently, they're going to avatar it, where they're going to be like the people going to be stand-ins, and then do all the moves, and then put the CG body over them.
You know what you could do?
Render.
Hold on. You could just have a really skilled actor in a prosthetic suit, like the original Ninja Turtles movies, and they did all of the same stunts and flips and stuff.
Or you can just do it as CGI, like in TMNT, which was awesome.
That was actually
But the whole movie was CGI, and they fit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I mean. That's what I
They
mean.
should just do that. They should just do
Just
another one
that,
of those.
and just do
the
voiceover.
first Ninja Turtles movie was done so well with animatronics and suits.
Yep.
Here's my fear
what we
about the
need.
future movie. One, there's going to be too kiddie. Marketed to the kids too.
Because they want to
too
make
much.
toys.
They want to make toys.
Yeah.
So they're going to Donatello's going to be making all type of wacky gadgets to save the day. Two, explosions.
Michael Bay explosion!
Now, Michael Bay slow motion fights, I can dig.
Actually, in the first Transformers movie where you have Ironhide fighting, the big tank robot,
Flipping over.
That was
Flipping over
that-
rockets and slow motion civilians that are going.
that was actually pretty
That
cool.
was-
and he
I
did
can
a
see-
rocket jump.
Yeah.
I really dug that.
Yeah, but
It was awesome.
explosions, and then of course there is
Big
That's
explosion.
why he was allowed to make 2 more awful movies.
that is,
They were like, that scene is a mace!
and of course there is the black sheep in the room, Megan Fox.
We can put this in the best trailer that anybody's ever seen.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
She probably was like, please,
I just
please.
feel like we talk about the same thing every
I'm
week.
not so
Well,
it was
really,
just,
SimCity? Really?
it was just in the news. I'm sorry.
Touche.
Well,
I don't
he's
know,
just
like-
bringing it up.
I know,
I'm
but
just
like we always,
Megan Fox
everybody's
is
always like Megan Fox.
She's
Yeah,
probably
I know.
like, I'm not relevant anymore. No one likes me because I'm a horrible actress. I
So-
can play April O'Neil.
I tell you what, we're gonna go.
Wait, I forgot a few more things.
All right, one more thing because we're running out of time.
Oh, I'm sorry. You told me to bring CTU to moves.
I said
and-
5. I said 5 things.
Okay, so the
5.
Chronicle director Josh
You had
Tranch's Fantastic Four hasn't begun production yet, but apparently they've got some short lists on the Invisible Woman. Allison Williams is on the short list.
As long as it's not the other movies.
Also, Michael B. Jordan from Chronicle is up for the Human Torch.
Okay, I have no problem with an African American man playing a white person. Will Smith is Captain America. Meh, if he was
No.
like U.S. agent, maybe. But Well, I'm just saying because, back in the 40s, that wasn't happening. Or even then, if they're like, we're going to experiment on African American, that would still be really wrong. But they're supposed to be brother and sister, and it wouldn't make sense.
True.
Yeah, that's my only complaint.
That's a lot of people's qualm with that, but at the same time...
I can agree with that.
I mean, you got a problem with Jessica Alba being, Susan Storm. And
she had looked nothing like her brother in the movie. You were like,
she's clearly a Latina.
And she's clearly a horrible actress. But
that too.
Yeah.
Ethnicity is a problem when you have two characters that are related. Unless they're adopted. You were like, we were adopted. It just works out that way.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. My other thing was Trinity
Mom
War,
didn't
but
tell
who
her
cares
that.
about DC?
Oh!
Yeah, I've been trying to read stuff on Trinity War, and I kept falling asleep.
It's so confusing, Trinity War. They've got,
really?
I gave up.
It's the Justice League versus Justice League Dark versus the...
So it's Justice League versus Justice League Magic versus Justice League America.
Yeah.
What it should have been
it should have had its own...
Batman versus Superman versus Wonder Woman.
Yes, hey, high five. Bam.
That's what it should have been.
How is that so hard? I don't understand.
See, that's the first thing I thought of when someone said Trinity War. I was like, oh,
yes!
The big three are throwing down?
No.
And then they have their own Justice League.
It's like the Trinity of... And they're dealing with the Trinity of Sin, of the Question, the Phantom Stranger, and
it should have been
Pandora. The Phantom Strangers, Judas Iscariot, apparently.
They should have had... What they should have done is... They should have done... I didn't like the way they handled Blackest Night a lot, where they involved it in all these different comics. It should have been kind of like how Marvel does it with Age of Ultron. It should have been its own comic. Blackest Night should have been published by itself in its own comic, because then you wouldn't have to be like, well, I need... Because you get the little things in the corner of the page that says, oh, and see...
Well, see, Marvel has that, where they're not like real important details to the story.
That's why they do that, though, so you go buy some more
That's
comics.
the problem. I'm reading New Guardians 19, and I'm like... What the H is going on, with all the different things? I'm missing huge chunks of story because I didn't read Green Lantern or Green Lantern Corps.
The thing with... I think the thing with the Marvel, how they do the crossovers, is Marvel's like, hey, you can buy our sub-stories, but you really just want to stick to the main story. Our story is self-contained, but at the same time... I'll give you a perfect example. Avengers versus X-Men. Self-contained story in itself. But at the same time, you read New Avengers, like, wow, this stuff with the Iron Fist is pretty freaking amazing.
Actually, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, so you want to pick up that stuff. Or with the whole Wolverine and the X-Men deal of the X-Men Legacy team fighting an Avengers team. That was some...
I'm just saying that
it was interesting.
Sometimes DC could take a page from that book and bring out with something like the Trinity...
Tell Dan to deal that.
With something like the Trinity War that wasn't exactly at all what I expected it to be. It would have been a great... I love seeing Batman mess other people up, because the moment you say Batman versus Superman versus Wonder Woman, you already know who's going to win. It's going to be Batman. Mm-hmm. Batman has proven time and time again...
I'm sorry.
That he
I
will...
disagree.
New 52 Superman.
I'm sorry. I'm a Batman fan, but Angry Joe converted me. Angry Joe had his top 10 reasons why Batman would lose a fight against Superman, and he made a lot of sense.
But they're all wrong.
They're not wrong.
All right, what's the thing with Injustice that really annoys everyone with Superman? Laser eyes. Okay, all he has to do is, he's got, the stuff. Fly up, shoot his hand, it explodes.
First thing he's really got to do is just blow up his...
He moves faster than light.
I can understand that.
Hit him with a sonic boom punch.
Kryptonite.
He explodes.
Game over.
Okay,
Kryptonite weakens him. It kills him over time. He can still punch Batman so hard his head would fall off his body.
Right. Not if he's like Kryptonite.
Kryptonite doesn't kill him instantly.
If there's Kryptonite there, he'll get up to it and he'll be like, "Oh, why am I sluggish all of a sudden?"
It weakens him over time. It doesn't kill him instantly.
If he did like a slingshot around the Earth, I'm not saying like to turn it to, he did a slingshot around the Earth and just went like that. And he's moving it like the speed of light. And
Batman would dodge it.
Punches.
And then Superman would be like, "Oh, Kryptonite."
He would dodge it. He would dodge it.
Yeah.
So it's been proven for a fact that the only thing that makes Batman more deadly is if he has time to prepare.
If Superman had time to prepare,
he's already prepared at all times.
Superman
to destroy Superman
is probably the smartest person on the planet Earth. If he doesn't know anything, he can learn it in milliseconds.
Okay.
Let's not open up this can of worms. Anyway, my original comment was meant for this. that is what I wanted to see. I would have rather that than watching a bunch of heroes that I usually don't read about fight. They should have put it in its own comic book. It would have been epic, because Wonder Woman would have actually got some decent screen time.
Well, we'll see how it all, pans out, but we've only got a few minutes left. I wanted to do predictions for Iron Man 3, because guess what? We're going to go see that in...
Aw, yeah!
Starts in 1 hour and 10 minutes.
So excited.
So, alright, predictions, guys. Marquise, what you got?
I'm predicting that Pepper's getting... Well, they've showed the Pepper in the armor, but she's going to get some extremists. And so that means she will get her own suit of armor eventually.
Rescue, right?
Yeah.
I'm so excited
And
for that. Actually, I read
Rhodey's
that.
going to get a bigger role. Maybe get a new suit of armor.
As the Iron
The
Patriot.
Mandarin will live. He will not die. The Mandarin will live.
I hope so, because he becomes one of the best villains for Iron Man.
Happy Hogan will die.
Oh.
John Favreau's going to bite it.
Well, Happy Hogan's dead in the Marvel.
In the Marvel, yeah. And
Yeah.
and this is going to lead to Tony
Is Fin
confronting
Fang
his
Foom gonna be in
alcoholism.
this?
Oh, you think this is where he becomes an alcoholic?
This
Not,
is where
we didn't deal with that lightly in the last one.
No, I think this is the one he's going full pledge on.
I can
Or start.
I can agree with Marquise. I think this is where he's gonna be brought pretty low, even though he's a billionaire playboy philanthropist. And
Douchebag, as Batman said it on Twitter.
Oh.
yeah, but I think it could work, and I think it's going to be super good. There is no prediction I can make right now that I don't agree with what his Marquise has made, so I'll just pass that one down the line.
Eli, thoughts? No Batman.
Tony Stark is going to die.
No.
No.
I'm just going to disagree with that.
It's a prediction!
I know. My prediction is Eli's wrong.
Well played, sir.
Basically, I think it's just going to be an amazing story because I like Shane Black as a director and a writer. He did the Lethal Weapon movies. He did The Last Boy Scout. He did Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. He directed that.
Those are all good.
Those are all great films.
Yeah.
And the last one had Robert Downey Jr. in it.
Yeah.
So he knows how to work with Robert Downey Jr.
RDJ.
He actually was working with Robert Downey Jr. just as RDJ was getting clean. So
Yeah,
that's what's awesome.
Marquise,
He's like,
he's
I
got a lot.
got
when he was
this.
taking
He's
it
got
back.
a lot in common with the Tony Stark character. They were both addicted to something, and they had to get themselves clean.
I think this movie is going to blow away Iron Man 2. It's already made $242 million as of yesterday.
Iron Man 2 sucked.
I loved Iron Man 2.
Part of the reason it's going to blow that away is because this one's in 3D. And
Well-
3D tickets are more expensive.
Tickets in general have gone up since
Yep.
then. I
Yeah.
mean,
That's
me
why
started.
everything keeps blowing everything away, is because ticket prices keep going
comparatively,
up.
Which is
ticket prices are more expensive.
but
Anyway.
I think the ticket sales are going to be great. And as far as the movie itself goes, plot-wise, yeah, we're going to see some good action. We're going to see some great special effects. 3D is going to be great. It's going to feel more like an Avengers movie, per se.
Well,
Where
it's because they set the bar pretty high, and now they have to deliver.
Well, this is the crown jewel of the... Yeah, all right. Let me go back.
This is
Avengers.
their most important franchise.
This is their most important franchise behind the Avengers. This is their most important single superhero franchise. Non-team
It's the
franchise.
one that...
Yeah, it is.
It's
It
the
is.
one that most
Thor-
non-comic
Thor
book
2
people identify
We'll
with.
put
Right.
Thor in a running because Thor 2 looks amazing.
I'd like to see Cap up there, too.
Well,
But the first Thor was so slow and kind of boring in places.
but this one...
But the
first
trailer for
Thor-
2 looks amazing.
the first
Have you
Thor
seen
was
it,
still
right?
didn't watch it.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Why? You play 20 games a day. You
The
can't
first
take
Thor
2
movie
minutes to watch
was
the
amazing.
best trailer in
Still
forever.
didn't watch it.
Oh my gosh.
I got out of here and completely forgot about it.
Thor 2 trailer? What is that? I don't know.
My job's not to review anything. I'm just going to go home and play a game.
Welcome to the finale, folks. Eli is still...
All right, I watched Grimm this week.
I'm unique.
I watched Grimm this week, and they found a thing where they shoot you, and
Don't spoil Grimm!
they turn you into the Vasen. You're one of the Vasens. Vesen, and then they skin you alive
Oh, that's not
so
good.
that someone can have your Vesen skin. Okay, that's not really spoiling anything.
Okay, that's just like the bad guy thing.
That's the bad guy thing. So guess what I'm doing to you next week, Eli?
Probably not that, because it's a TV show.
That, and I don't really want to skin anyone.
That takes
And
a
you don't
lot.
I'll
have
probably
like-
just get shot with a Nerf gun.
You don't have like valuable
Yes,
skin.
you will get shot with lots of Nerf guns next week.
Yeah, we're running on a time crunch because the movie starts in 1 hour and 6 minutes.
And we've got to get prepped and
So that's the finale, guys.
And also, we're after. Well, if you
Afterwards.
this is going to post after we post the video review. So if you've listened to this and not watched the video review, go back and listen to the video review. In fact, you should watch the video review before listening to this because our predictions are going to seem even sillier
Yeah.
once you've watched that.
If I'm right, drop me a comment.
Oh.
Just know.
Oh, boo!
I break the magic. Oh, I'm the movie Magic Man.
Bring the thunder, Marquise.
And with that, buy more comics.
Play more games.
Do stuff.
Subscribe to us on iTunes when it works. If
Excellent
not,
idea.
Just use the podcast app.
What a
Because
novel idea.
that works brilliantly. Peace out!